nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you so much for the day that you gave us, Lord. I pray that you'll just be with us tonight as we conduct the business of the Greene County School System, Lord. And I thank you for everyone that's here tonight, Lord, all the parents and the children, and as we get to celebrate some art recognition and different things tonight, Lord. And I thank you so much for all the good things that you do in Greene County Schools. And I pray that you'll just continue to bless us and help us that we would just better serve you in all that we do. I also pray, Lord, that you'll just be with our country and our world and everything that's going on in it tonight, Lord, and just have your hands upon it. And we can ask that, Lord, and pull us back from some of the mistakes and different things that we do. All these things we ask in Jesus' name.
Amen. Hey, Brad, have him turn his mic on, his mics.
Hey guys, turn your mics on.
Mr. Cobble, you'll be here all day.
Nice to see you, Tom.
Thank you, Mr. Cobble.
Hello, I rescued a cat out of the creek, and that's the reason I late. It's a little
You don't
cat.
look wet.
Yeah.
I had a lasso. I lassoed the cat out of the creek.
Yeah. Good job, Tommy.
God bless him.
Yeah. Good job, Tommy. Holy cow. All right.
Y'all make sure his heroism is rewarded.
Yeah. I brought you a gift, Tommy. You can have that Diet Coke for
Thank you,
saving the
sir.
cat. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh,
I wore out. That lasso like to kill me.
Oh, well, that's one thing
I do
about this.
apologize for y'all keeping you in sober. Not really, but I'll say that. Sounds good. Let's go.
Okay, good deal. All right, we're up to presentations and celebrations. First thing is the CTE Teacher of the Month is Miss Stephanie Cox. She teaches Human Services at West Greene High School. Miss Cox. There she is. Come on up here. Well, we may have a photo. Anybody got, we taking a photo? Well, you gotta get a photo.
Come on, Cindy.
Come on, Sandy.
Miss Cox is a wonderful teacher, you know. Her students love her, her classes are full. And I'll say this, before we had, COVID, she had as many CTE concentrators as a couple of our schools. That's how good she is. So, thank you, Miss Cox, you deserve more than what we give you. Have a great
Absolutely.
day. Thank
Oh, can we enroll Mr. Cobble in that class, Miss Cox?
She can teach him a thing or two.
I see.
Especially etiquette.
What about attendance?
The next thing on our list is 20 under 20 was Grant Free Art from South Greene. We're going to move that to March. Unfortunately, he's had a death in his family. His grandfather's passed away, so let's remember the Free Art family in our prayers, but we'll move him to March. Also, Miss Cooper is going to be, we recognize her for work that she's doing out. She's a North Greene High School teacher, and she's not able to be with us either, so we'll be moving her to March, moving that one. What up's next is something we truly enjoy. It's Art Recognition Awards, our students' art. What I would like to do first, I'm going to throw out here that I may butcher and probably more than likely going to butcher a name or two. So just go ahead and forgive me right off the bat. I don't mean anything by it, but just you'll have to forgive me. But after that, we would like for the students to, we'll recognize them, we'll come up and we've got a certificate for them, and then we would like to like them to point out their art so we can recognize the art too, okay? And then everybody stay up here and we're gonna get a photo. All right, first up is 11th grade from Chuggadoke High School, Cameron Beals. Cameron, which one is yours? Someone show that. Can someone pick that up and show it to us? All right, yeah, good deal. Yeah. If you this, good
Is that a
job, Cameron.
portrait? Is that a portrait of me?
No, that one has hair. Next up is Colvin Gregg, 9th grade at South Greene High School. Which one? Can hardly.
The bird, you probably can't see.
I can't see. Yeah, okay. All right, good job, young man. Hey, turn. Your mom want to get a photo. You better look back there. We had you turn wrong. Your mom will whip us if we don't get you a photo here. Good job. Zoe Davidson, 11th grade from North Greene High School. Courtney, which one is Zoe's? Is Courtney here? Which one's Zoe's?
I think hers is the right. Oh, yeah, right there.
Okay, yeah, good job. All right, next up is Elijah Helfrich, 9th grade, West Greene High School. Elijah, which one is yours, young man? All right, good deal. Very good. Thank you. David, you can get a photo.
Good job.
Good job. All right, now here's the one I put out that caveat for. Giada D'Agostino, 8th grade, Chucky Doe Middle School. Which one? Oh, yeah, now that is Tommy Cobble.
Looks like Tommy. Still has a little bit more hair
Young
than
lady,
Tommy.
how close, how bad did I butcher that name? Not bad, okay. All right.
Boy, I sat for hours during that.
Did you? Oh, did you? All right, up next is someone that's everybody's dear to my heart. This young lady, though, is extra dear, is Brenna Wilhoit, 7th grade, South Greene Middle School. I didn't hear that. Which one is Brenna? Brenna, honey, which one's yours?
On the wall, you probably can't see.
What, I can't. What is that?
It's a yin yang.
A yin yang.
Yeah, close enough.
Okay. Good job, Brenna.
Yeah.
Kaylee Willett, 7th grade, West Greene Middle School.
She's not here, but hers is this little watercolor girl right here.
Oh, it's a whale. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
I'll take hers.
Okay.
Speaking of whale, how you feel today, Rick?
Hey, I'm feeling pretty good, thank you. I've got enough water out there to be able to swim. Emily Kanzler, 8th grade, North Greene Middle School. Is Lori here, Lori Ricker? Which one is?
She's in class tonight.
Okay. Well, it's all right if you can.
It's gotta be that first one.
The leave, okay. Jamison Payne, 2nd grade, Doak Elementary.
Jamison did not make it, but he did the kitty cat, the colorful cat there.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a calico right there.
That looks like Rick.
Okay. What'd he say?
He said it looks like you.
It does look like me a little bit. I am kind of colorful. Lila Boyle, 5th grade, Nola Chucky Elementary. Lila, which one is yours, young lady? The heart. Yeah. Man, you guys have done such a wonderful job. Caden Allen, 2nd grade, McDonald Elementary.
The house over there with the rainbow and everything.
Yeah, wonderful. Stay up here, Caden. We're gonna get a picture. Uh-oh, your teacher wants to get one.
Hold that up, Kate.
There you go. Good job.
Good job, buddy.
All right, let's give him a good hand. That's wonderful work. Let's stay up here, guys. They want photos. Don't leave yet. The parents want photos. And I want to thank all the art teachers for doing this and getting it together for us, because this is one of the greatest things the board gets to do, is recognize all these young students and their talent. So thank you all too. And give the teachers a hand. They do a great job too. Even Colleen Bowman does all right. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
To be a Yankee.
To be a Yankee. Okay, guys, this is the time I'll give you a chance to leave if you want to, so you don't have to sit through all the other. And we'll take just a moment and you can go if you want to. Or you're more than welcome to stay. It may be entertaining, who knows? It can be sometimes, can't it, Cicely?
Hey, Mr. Bills,
He said we were welcome to leave, Brian.
I need to come and talk to you.
It's some good work. I'm gonna tell you something. Those kids do a great job.
We can talk anyway.
He was laying down the law.
I mean, it really is.
Hey.
See, this is what I wish the public is.
I went off the side of that road. I've been this way.
This one is
And there's a lot of places.
We need to recognize that young man.
Daniel's photo bombing.
Yeah. Daniel's always wanting to get in the photo, isn't he?
That is a good picture.
Y'all have a good night.
I tried that. It looked like a Picasso.
I can't draw either.
I can like do a circle and it connects.
Mark.
If I had something to throw.
Now see, they're excited.
But I'm not throwing that candy because I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, this is a good. And then my twin, they got me these nice frames.
How are you, Michelle? I haven't seen you back there.
I know. Because
I
I
really missed you.
my daughter tried to kill me.
I know.
I'm better now.
Gallbladder's hurt though. I had a friend about died with a gallbladder.
I told several people that I would rather be in labor with 8 kids at the same time than have to go through this. That's how bad
I had a friend that came in, even the doctor told me, he said, I didn't know if he'd live through the night or not.
Colleen, thank you for all your hard work and
Oh,
scheduling.
he's a good man. You know Skip Mason?
Skip who?
Mason, doctor.
Okay, we'll get ready to start back.
Oh, he's a good doctor. Good man, bet. He did him a surgery on me. I think he got
First up is approve the agenda.
He said, I don't remember you.
Colleen.
I said,
Colleen.
I'm in it. Thank you.
Are you gonna show these to me?
Colleen. I
Tommy.
love you, Colleen.
Tommy.
Thanks for saving the cat.
Yeah.
Bring it to my house.
Next up is approve agenda,
Okay.
including consent agenda and addendum. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Mark?
Say shut up.
Second by what?
Won't you just tell me to shut up?
Why don't I what?
You're so rude.
I said, I think he's
Any discussion?
Yeah.
All right.
No.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Next up is the reports, hearings, and communications. First up is GCEA Representative, Ms. Hillary Buckner. How are you, Miss Hillary?
And it's only been 2 days in this week, and so it's just, my brain's gone, so I'm not going to promise any kind of eloquent delivery of information here. The first thing I'm going to start out with, though, is Dr. Pruitt and I, or Dr. Pruitt was not here during the last meeting, and we discussed this during our regularly called meeting that we wanted to recognize the school board during School Board Appreciation Month. So we did miss that, and Dr. Pruitt was kind enough to put together cards on behalf of GCA. So I was going to distribute these first
Sure,
to everyone
sure.
here, and then give you my report. So can
Okay.
I come? I've got them in order.
Okay, that's fine. Don't tell Tommy you give me a gift card,
His
okay?
eyes are
Thank you.
watching, so don't open it in front of him, and you'll be all right.
Muchas gracias,
De nada.
senor.
I'll go, I can go this way. Sorry, Mr. Hoffman.
She's Spanish teacher. Mine's got $100 bill in it.
Good deal.
All right, great. So last time I spoke with you, I kind of gave you what I would like to call like this state of the teacher address of Greene County. And then today, really, what's been coming across my desk more than anything lately are just a lot of like the legislative proposals. So I know that, or Greene County should have received that proposal today that was rolled out by Governor Lee and Commissioner Schwinn, and I'm not sure if that has been made available to you all as well. However, they met today publicly and explained what's being proposed for the new BEP funding formula. So that's going to affect, of course, not just Greene County schools. However, it is going to affect every single school system. So some of the highlights from the local president's meeting were some of the bills that are currently moving through legislators. So I was just going to share with you all those bills so that you know what to look for and what things might be affecting us in the future, considering these are all, in a sense, proposals right now. Nothing has been signed into law. So the first one is SB 2778, HB 2861, which is a voucher bill. It would create a mechanism for a statewide voucher program for any district that does not offer 180 days of in-person instruction in an academic year. The voucher program, as written, once triggered, would remain in effect in perpetuity. Yes, so that's one thing. And I know how we feel. Like it just seems like this funding formula that was rolled out seems very positive at the outset, but then when you step back and look at the bigger picture of how everything is going to work together, I think it's going to be an education piece for us all, especially for those who are in a position of leadership. Another, and this has to do with a lot of the, I guess, strife that you're hearing out of some of the larger districts about materials being used, is SB 2006, HB 1723, which is dealing with the parental review of all handouts, instructional materials, and teacher-developed tests. It says the sponsor does state that the bill does not create any sort of action step for parents, but it is still seen by GCA and TEA as a bad bill due to the fact that it opens up a room for, I guess, arguments for teacher discretion. Like it really just attacks teacher discretion. SB 2407, HB 2154 is the library content review. And it is dubbed, I guess, the Governor Lee's Age-Appropriate Materials Act, or it's inspired by Governor Lee's Age-Appropriate Materials Act of 2022. So there is a bill there that is going to, or is aimed at, I want to say maybe reviewing library content in public schools. So on that note too, SB 659, HB 1535 has to do with the pre-approval of all supplemental materials. This passed in the House last session with an amendment. And it says, as written, the bill requires pre-approval of all supplemental materials by the State Board of Education. And the amended House version requires pre-approval by the local Board of Education. And so, of course, you can kind of understand where this would be particularly troublesome in the fact that any materials used by any teacher in any classroom would first have to go through an approval process by the local Board of Education. So these are some of the things that are being proposed where those are concerned. And then lastly, what was shared with us is SB 2168, HB 2833, which is the omnibus bill that deals with charter schools. And I looked up the languages here. And what it does, it reduces the amount of time within which certain decisions must be made concerning applications for public charter schools, creates a process for authorization of replications of a public charter school. It establishes a fund to assist public charter schools in obtaining favorable licensing or financing, and makes various other changes and additions to law concerning charter schools. So again, like, I haven't had time to process this fully. I watched on my lunch break, and it was a lot. Penny Schwinn was just like boom, boom, boom. She was putting up slides and really not giving anyone watching it time to super digest that information. But my knee-jerk reaction is really to dive in and see how this new funding formula and some of the law associated with that funding formula works hand in hand with Lee and Schwinn's push for a expanded voucher program and expanded charter schools program, especially since we know lately that there has been a push to contract with the Michigan school, Hillsdale, to open 50 charter schools, and I think the initial request was for 100, so this is something, that could potentially touch our community, and I felt like since this was coming to us and being shared with us as a local presidents, probably a good idea to put it on your radar. I do know that Penny Schwinn mentioned today too, that with this new funding formula, there will be a push for education regardless of whether you want it. They want local leadership to go through training on it. But what it looks like initially to me, and Mr. McLean, you can tell me if I'm wrong, or Dr. Ripley, you can tell me if I'm wrong if you've had a chance to look over it, is that it's going to establish like a base rate for every single student, right? Like everybody is going to start equally, and that there's going to be all of these additions. There's going to be weights, there's going to be direct funding, and there's going to be outcome incentive funding too added to that base. So right now, according to what's published on TEA's website, $7,241 is Greene County's current funding per student. It lowers everyone and makes it equal across the board to $6,860 base per student with all of those additions to it. So it's really tied to performance as well. It's not only tied to student performance, but it is compounded into district performance too. So there's a lot. Like he was kind of holding up a folder saying, this is very easy to understand. It fits in one. It's like a one pager, and I'm like, no, okay. There's got to be other things that come into play here that would make it, it could lead to potentially damages to public education, So anyway, that's all I have.
Well, thank you for-
It's a lot. Like I said, it's actually a lot. Okay? Yeah, it's a ton, and I apologize. Like I said, I was trying to eat lunch and listen and figure out how this fit together today before I came to talk to you. But as long as it's on your radar, I think that's good. So.
I think we all have concern over the vouchers and stuff, but thank you for
Yeah. Definitely.
informing us more about it, because I haven't sit down and read or looked at it, so thank you.
I mean, it's pretty new, so I don't know how many people have, but thank you.
Thank you. Next up, any board reports? All right, central reports. Kayla, we have our fiscal presentation. Smile.
In January, the Finance Department completed 51 purchase orders. We completed 381 accounts payable checks. We completed 5 payrolls in January, including our 2 bi-weekly, our 5th month certified, 1 winter coaching retirement bonus, and 1 Save the Children payroll. We finally completed our last fiscal year's audit. We completed our monthly retirement report and our quarterly reports, which are our unemployment reports and our 941 reports.
Okay, all right.
Does anyone have any questions?
Not yet, we're waiting for you to get over the nervousness. And then we'll start.
Everybody's scared to say something to you.
Anyone can ask me anything. I'm not nervous.
No.
Not at all.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
You did good, man.
You done good, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Kaylee. You had a good report.
Yes, you did.
And she's not nervous.
No, not at all.
You done
You did
wonderful.
a lot better than day one.
Yeah, that's true, Tommy.
I
Yeah.
wish I
You-
could speak like Hillary. And I hate coming up after that.
So you didn't even move those, maybe.
She is so good.
Would you prefer me to have you first, then Hillary? I'll be more than happy to remove her.
She definitely puts me to shame.
Oh. Kayla.
You
You do a wonderful job.
My goodness.
Yes, she does.
You're good.
Yeah, you're talking about money.
Yeah. Next up is our personnel report that's been posted for us in our packet. Does anyone have any questions regarding that report for Mr. or Dr. Ripley? It's on, that's not on that report. I'm sure he'll be glad to answer any questions. Anything else you need to tell us, Dr. Ripley, other than what's on the report?
I know of nothing that I would highlight for you.
Any questions? Thank you, sir. Any committee reports? Oh, excuse me. Holy cow. Woo! Kayla's got me all messed up. I'm trying to figure out either. All right. Hey, I don't know how I missed you.
I don't either.
I don't.
Hey, before he starts his report, I wanna give a report on him.
Okay. Well, next up
Maybe you
is,
should have skipped me.
next up is our food service report, and Tommy, go right ahead.
I wanna congratulate you and your boys in their wrestling.
Thank you.
And you must have some real wrestlers on, that you're raising. You must feed them good.
Yeah, they definitely eat good. That's for sure.
Congratulations. You
Thank you.
seem very
I
proud of
appreciate it. What Mr. Cobb was speaking about is all three of my boys made it to state this year. So
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
the little one who's 9, it's his first trip, but the other 2 have been. But all 3 of them are going this year. So
Wow.
thank you, Tommy. I appreciate
And he also got some kind of award.
it. Yeah, he won the Beast of the Night at
Yeah,
practice the
Beast of
following
the
night.
Night.
So.
Can you imagine 9-year-old Beast of the Night? Boy.
Well, in fairness, he is the meanest of the 3. So he's been fighting all of his life. So he's
That's
good.
the youngest one, right? Got the beast. Well, of course he has.
He had to fight.
Yeah,
all
he's
his
the
life,
toughest.
I'll tell you, you've got a lot to be proud of there, and I
Thank
really
Absolutely.
love to watch parents support their children.
Thank you. We
It's good
it
they
was-
take after their mama.
I don't know where they get the athleticism from. It wasn't their daddy, that's for sure. So.
Uncle
But
Tom.
it was worth it. It was about a 17.5-hour day at Science Hill this weekend. So
God.
when you got 1 in 3 categories, you're there all morning and all afternoon. So, but thank you, I appreciate that. I'm a very proud dad. So, not much this month, but what's been going on? We've seen a participation growth of roughly 3.5% since returning to school in January. More students are eating. More faculty is eating as well. We continue to work with our vendor partners to navigate the supply chain issues. Expand a little bit more on that. Several directors, self-op directors, contract directors, have been getting together across the state. We had a meeting in Knoxville not too long ago, working with TEMA and FEMA. Sandy Dawes has she's reached out to the local TEMA directors to alleviate some of that supply chain issue. I was able to attend that meeting in Knoxville last month. But sitting there listening, it was very apparent that we're still not seeing the supply chain issues that others are seeing. Again, I've said it all along since the first of the year. Compass Group and Chartwell's got out in front of it, and we've not had those issues. We've never went a day without having something. It may be a white tray versus a black tray. It may be a 3-compartment plate for a while, but I am happy to say that across the district on Monday we received 167 cases of trays, so we're flush on trays for a little while. So, but in that meeting, I was able to sit back and really appreciate what our company was able to do for us and for Greene County when it comes to supply chain, because we really haven't seen a lot of the headaches that I was hearing. So,
So all the produce and all that's been going.
Yeah.
pretty well too.
Yeah,
man.
produce, so we get DOD allotment, and we exhausted that allotment right before Christmas. So we're going through some produce vendors. We didn't use the same produce vendors for last year due to rebids. So Brandon, who's the executive chef in ours, currently looking for local source options,
Good.
but also the Tennessee S&P just sent out the commodities allocations for next year. And as long as Chartwell's is here next year, of that 300,000, I would ask Rebecca to allocate 200,000 of the 300,000 to DOD, which will basically cover the entire year from DOD produce, which is TNT out of Fort Oglethorpe, which is quite a high quality. I mean, that's what I used when I was in the restaurant business. So if we can allocate another 100,000 next year, that would keep us flush in TNT produce for the entire year. But they also bumped up allocation for commodities for Greene County about, I want to say 73,000. So there's more commodities coming next year. So, but you know, that'll be up to Rebecca, but Rebecca and I will work closely together on that before returning it to the state. So.
Good deal.
And kind of what I was just talking about, working with Tennessee School Nutrition and USDA to work on those supply demands to alleviate those issues. Excited to say that Kirk starts next week. There's some stuff going on Monday, and so he's going to start Tuesday the 1st, and he's going to spend the week with me, going around visiting, and then going to put him to action the next week at some of the schools out on his own, and then over spring break we're going to sit down and get some fun stuff rolling for him. So he'll be here next week. Financially, for January, you all can see that. The surplus plus or minus was $94,360.27. For the total to year to date, it's $424,049.69.
Wow.
Millions. Man. Now, I would love to pat myself on the back, but it's not all us. A lot of it's us, but not all. They have the USDA has upped the reimbursable rate, 24 cents for breakfast, 36 for lunch. So a lot of that is just where we're running our cost per meal, plus that is an additional, but still almost $500,000.
It's not red. Right, Brian?
It's a long way
It's a long way from red.
It's not
That's
red.
right.
You
So,
know what,
you
Justin,
know.
I wish you'd quit saying things like that, because if that was red, we'd be blah, 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 blah. Pat yourself on the
Yeah,
back when
it's a
you
big
do a
deal.
good job.
I do a lot of patting on my back. I just can't take all of it. Just 99% of it. The 1%.
Well, you do the 99.
There's no worry about me not,
Okay.
not patting myself on the back. I'll do it every chance I get.
All jokes aside, you
I mean,
all,
I have to pat myself because I know how good I am.
That's right. Me
You
too.
know.
Chartwell's and Dustin, you all have done a great job from getting where we were at to where we're at now.
Absolutely.
And it shows you've got, since January, you got a 3% increase in people eating, students and teachers, so participation, so good. Any further questions or comments for Dustin? You better get down there and start that meeting.
Thanks, sir.
Dave Myers.
See Mr. David Myers.
Dave Myers leaving.
Mr. Mayor.
That's the Honorable
See, Dave.
David Myers.
See, Honorable Mayor.
You did, thank you, Dustin. Meatloaf today?
Steak and gravy.
Okay.
Whoa.
Awesome.
Steak and gravy on the Blackstone Grill. So,
Well, thank you, sir.
all right. See y'all in a little bit.
Director's report.
Good evening. I know I say this at every meeting, but this month has been very busy. I'd like to start out by announcing that this is Black History Month and National FFA Week. I'd like to thank all those involved in our schools in celebrating Black History Month and our great FFA programs that we have within our district. I'd also like to announce that we've had 10 positive COVID cases identified within our district last week. This is the smallest number that we've had since our return to school this semester. I'd like to thank all those involved that have worked so hard to keep our schools as safe as possible. I'm happy to announce that we were chosen as a Best for All district by the Tennessee Department of Education. We were one of 68 districts across the state to receive this recognition. What this means is that we've been recognized by the state as taking our COVID-19 stimulus funding to drive student achievement and improving academic outcomes. To summarize, we're taking these dollars and putting interventions in place where they are needed. This is a great honor, and thanks to all those that have been working very hard to make this happen. And we also have a banner in front. That's what this banner's for, if you've not had a chance to see that. So I'm happy to announce that I was able to speak to the Noon Exchange Club last week and update them on the great things that we have going on in Greene County schools. Also want to announce that the governor is finalizing details on the new BEP. As we all know, we get our first BEP estimate in April. Let's hope we receive extra to help offset this year as being a hold harmless year. In reference to ADMs for the April estimate, we know we will be down around 252 students. In 1920 school year, we had 6,130 students, and this school year we have 5,878, a difference of 252. The formula is built on months 2, 3, 6, and 7. Let's hope we receive extra from the state to help with some things we currently pay with local dollars. And I will say myself and Kayla, we have a call tomorrow with the department as well as Mary Ann Dursky. I know Hillary got into some of that. I was quite busy today, so I didn't get a chance to listen like I had desired. So we will learn more about how the formula will affect us, and who knows, maybe we won't truly know until April. So we will try to pick up on some things tomorrow. Just a reminder, I will be in Asheville, North Carolina this weekend with the Niswonger Foundation. And I'll also be attending the TOSS Legislative Conference in Nashville on March the 22nd through the 24th. I'm going to call on Commissioner Teddy if he wants to make an announcement this evening as well. So, Teddy, go ahead.
I've got just a quick amount of time for you. Some of you saw on social media the last couple of weeks in an article in the Greenville Sun, we're facing a problem with vapes. Everybody knows that. Back in 2019, the SROs to county schools, we did parent academies at all the high schools. We had a very limited attendance. This current year, we're going to keep trying to try to get the parents involved. And kind of one of the things I hear from parents is, I wish I would know. I wish I would know what to look for. I wish to know what to do. So we're going to try to address that. We're having another event this year, and it's going to be at the Niswonger Performing Arts Center on April the 7th at 6 p.m. We have some good sponsors helping us this year. It's going to be a joint effort between the Sheriff's Department's SROs and the Greenville Police Department's SRO. The title of it is What Your Kids Don't Want You to Know. So, you know, we got Judge Bailey going to be the MC for it. We've got a skit. We've got myself and Joe Prokop, the city SRO supervisor, will be doing like a 20-30-minute presentation. We do have Dr. Locklear from the Greene County Anti-Drug Coalition is going to come in and speak and be part of it. About an hour and a half, hopefully an event to where we can talk to some of the parents. We got to get our parents talking to the kids. We're fighting a losing battle, and I'm worried. It's pretty serious. We got to get the parents talking, and the last thing I want to do is go knock on a parent's door and say, your kid's not coming home today, and it's that serious.
Thank you, Teddy. Yes.
We talked about it today in our meeting, and we need to look at the policy. It's gonna have to get tougher on electronic devices. So we need to bring that up. I mean, unfortunately, it's now beyond an epidemic.
Okay, good deal. No, we do need to get a handle on it. Try to anyway. I don't know if you'd ever get a handle coming from where I used to work. It's hard to get a handle on something, but we got to do our best effort to do whatever we can to stop it. But yeah, thank you, Teddy. And if someone would please help us remember when that date gets closer about it.
We're doing a full-blown, one of our sponsors is helping us. We're doing TV, we're doing Good Morning Tri-Cities, we're doing the noon show, we're doing on that cap at the WGRV. They're helping us, Greenville Sun's helping us. So, and I hope when the flyers should come out today or tomorrow, and then next week we'll be putting the agenda out, and then there will be a press release come out. So we're going to do everything we can do to push this and get the word out the best we can. And when it comes out, share it on your social media.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say probably, you know, it'd be a good idea if our schedule permits, then maybe some of the board members can attend too and have a present at this and just show how it was.
Political office, you pay $25.
They decided.
Did we wipe that out today?
Yeah, we decided to leave it.
Okay,
It's
never mind.
the purpose of what we're there.
We were trying to raise money to get Erica started here next year.
Oh, okay. Mr. McLean?
Yeah, lastly, of course, we got some unexpected rain early this morning, and I'd just like to say thanks to bus drivers and educators and administration at those schools. As far as I know, we got everyone home safely, and so due to that and extra rain in the forecast tonight, there will be no school tomorrow, but we did get all kids to school this morning safely and got them home as far as I know, so thanks to all the bus drivers, and Daniel, thank you, and as far as I know, we got them home, so thanks.
Any comments or questions for David? All right, any committee reports? All right. Next up is old business, approved policies on second reading. Do I have a motion?
So make it.
Brian, Tommy second. Any comments or discussion?
I believe I beat Brian.
I'll catch you next time, buddy. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right, we'll go to new business. We'll go to C, approve 2022 summer learning camps. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Tommy. Second by Michelle. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Approve Save the Children in category budget amendment. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Tommy. Second by Minnie. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Approve surplus materials. Do I have a motion?
So
I'll
moved.
make it.
I'll second.
Nathan, Tommy second. Any questions or comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. I like this new board. Man, they fighting to get in there.
They are today.
Approve technology items for surplus. Do I have a motion?
I'll make it.
Tommy.
Second.
Second by Michelle. Any comments, questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Approve capital outlay list from Fund 177. Do I have a motion?
I'll make it.
Tommy.
I'll second.
Second by Michelle. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Approve capital outlay list from Fund 141. Do I have a
I'll
motion?
make it.
Tommy. Second by Minnie. Comments, questions?
I'll make it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Approve capital outlay budget resolution, general purpose fund 141. Do I have a motion?
I'll make it.
Tommy? Second by Minnie. Any questions or comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Approve food service fund budget resolution out of the category fiscal year 2021, 2022.
I'll make it.
Tommy? I didn't hear the second.
Brian.
Brian. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign.
Did they
Approve.
say steak and gravy's waiting on us?
Tommy. Jason, are we recording this? Are we? Greene County's here to do business, not to eat, Tommy. Approve ESSER 2 funds budget amendment 3 fiscal year 2020, fiscal year 22.
I'll make it.
Tommy,
Second.
second by Mark. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. I will let you know, Tommy, that all we have in here is staff, so there's nobody in here can see us. I mean, there's no public in here. Are there? Nope, not today. Steve, sorry, Steve. He's gotta be here. He's Minnie's chauffeur. Approve out-of-state trips. I have a motion.
I'll make it.
Michelle. Second by Tommy. Any questions or comments?
I can smell that steak.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Approve literacy training teacher stipend grant. Do we have a motion?
I'll make it.
Tommy,
Second.
second by
What kind
Minnie.
of stipend grant will they get?
Did you not read it?
Hang on a minute here. Go ahead, David.
What this is required by the state. Bill, you and other people jump in. When you're teaching early grade literacy now, the state requires training. So if you have a license, if you're licensed in that, in order to keep your license, you're required to do so much training. And this is a grant provided through the state, so that's what this is for extra training for those teachers in the summertime.
Good deal.
Very good.
Well, I get thumbs up, all right, thank you.
Did you get a thumbs up from
From Bill and Chris.
And Bill.
That's right, buddy.
And
Holy
Steve.
cow. Woo. We may keep you another week. Any questions or comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Approve ESSER 3.0 Public Plan Federal Relief Spending Addendum. Phew. Motion?
So moved.
Nathan?
Second.
No, I had a second over here. Who was it?
Brian, I think.
Brian.
No, I beat it.
Nope. Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Approve safe return to in-person instruction and continuing continuity. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I was getting there. I'm sorry. Good gosh.
I'll make a motion.
Continuity of services plan addendum. Have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Tommy?
Third time.
Second? Brian?
Second.
Thank you.
God.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Thank you. It's good. Really? After calling me out?
As long as we have the ESSER III grant, you have to approve this every 6 months, even if nothing changes,
Every 6 months?
even if nothing changes.
Cause I was gonna ask you, I thought we already voted on safe return.
Yeah, but every 6 months, we have to approve this, even if nothing changes, and nothing's changed since August. So we have to continually approve this over and over.
That's from the Department of Efficiency Department, right? Yeah.
Okay. We finished, we took a vote, right? Okay. Chris threw me off there. Approved bid for Chucky Oak High School walking
I'll
trail.
make it.
God.
Whoa, wait a minute.
I'll second it.
You didn't even get in on that one, period, Tommy, because you was pitching the hissy fit.
You know Cicely and Reed is putting all this down, right? You know that, right?
Yeah.
One thing you gotta say, that of the two boards in this city and county, that we've gotta be the funniest and the most enjoyable anyway. Minnie
Definitely
second.
craziest, for sure.
My God, that other bunch is nuts.
Shh, Tommy, any comments or,
had nuts at their last meeting?
any comments or questions? Please,
Yeah,
please,
like
Tom-
they're-
Guys,
Tommy, shh,
what
wait a
I'm
minute.
asking that you bid on, what this is a grant, and we've talked about this several times. It's for Valerie, she did write this grant along with Mr. Broyles. This is an $80,000 grant that's a reimbursable grant that we're paying out of Fund 177. Anytime, of course, you have a project, I think it's $25,000. Of course, over $25,000 you got a bid, but you also have to have an architect involved. So Dave Wright took this Lighting was a part of this, crushed stone was a part of this project, so if you see the attachments, you can see there's several different things that were bid. But the electrical base bid came in at $83,000, which is actually more than the whole grant is worth. So what we are requesting, if you see the letter, I think go back up, Jason, right there, number 2, walking trail with 3-inch stone for $41,215. So we've got permission from the state, we feel at this time, to just do the walking trail alone. So that's what we're requesting that the board approve tonight, is this bid for $41,215 to use the 3-inch stone. And that's a recommendation from Dave Wright and Dave Myers, but Dave's not here to comment on it tonight. And this bid is from, I think, does it say there? I think it's Brown Brothers, yes, so.
So, do we plan on readdressing the lighting situation at a later date, or we just forget it all?
No, I think we have 2 years to spend this, correct, Kayla? So we will readdress what funds we have left, Brian, to see what we can use with those funds.
Okay.
So they may be readdressing another style of light to see how much lighting that can be put on the trail. So, but to answer your question, yes, I can see with the money that's there to try to use that for something.
Well, to me, that seems like something that could be a safety issue. If
Yes.
someone's out there after hours or.
Yeah, and it's in the woods. And,
Yeah, I don't think we want to address that sooner rather
Right
than
now, we
later.
have a trail that does not have lights there already, but I think the extra funds we have will be looked at, Brian, to answer your question, yes.
Any other questions or comments?
I appreciate every one of you but that's open for all Greene County. I see people from everywhere up there walking.
Sure. If you're gonna appreciate this, won't you turn your mic on so everybody can
I
hear?
might say something I don't want.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Thank you, Tommy.
Somebody talked about nuts.
Nuts.
Oh, yeah, we don't need more comments about that. All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right, any announcements?
Thank you, Mr. Tipton. You did a good job as chairman. Get this meeting pulled out along. And thank you for that.
Thank you, Mr. Cobble. All right, our
I
next,
want to say something about Lori Will.
okay.
Be careful.
I go out there every once in a while, South Greene, and I just appreciate how you treat me. Treat me with a lot of respect, and I have a lot of respect for your school and your staff.
Lori was taught to respect her elders.
Yes, but some people weren't.
And I saw there too that she could sling
She can.
rocks with the best of them too.
No, it's
She
just-
was getting it hard
I'll tell
out
you
there
what,
the
I
other day.
love our school system. I've got real close to North Greene High School, Chucky Doe, South Greene, West Greene. We've got a lot of good kids and a lot of good, we get all jobbed up with these kids that ain't worth killing. But, we've got a lot of good kids too, people, a lot of good kids. And, they can't help it, ain't worth killing. Their parents ain't worth killing. But
Can we adjourn?
I recommend we adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. All right, this meeting is adjourned. Oh, Lord.
gotta call a spade a spade.
Out loud.
I hate them.
I know, just keep digging a little deeper.